Welcome to my channel once again. My name is Zurays Khan. Today's topic is actually very relatable to me because I am an overthinker, and people who know me can say that, I'm a big time overthinker. I think about a lot of things that's probably even not necessary, and then after a certain time I'm like, what did I do? I just wasted my time over something that's not even necessary, that was not in my control. So I'm going to be sharing some tips and techniques that I do to organize my mind, declutter my thoughts, and stop my train of thoughts as well. So first thing first that I do is, when anything gets stuck in my head, I just take a break, I pause, and I think where those thoughts are coming from. And it could be bad thoughts, it could be good thoughts, but usually, when you have like good thoughts, your whole body language change, your whole mindset changes, your whole, you just feel very pumped, you feel very positive. But that's healthy thoughts that your mind is occupied with. Negative thoughts are the one that's actually causes you to, think in a certain way and act in a certain way that you may regret later, or you may not even know that you have lost your precious time. What I do is, of course, if it's an unhealthy thought, I would just take a break, I pause, and I think where that thought is coming from. क्या ऐसी चीज़ हो रही है कि क्या ऐसी चीज़, क्या ऐसी वजह थी कि वो बात वहाँ तक पहुँची that that it got stuck to my head. Recently I was somewhere and someone said something to me and it's just got stuck in my mind. I took a break, I just went away from that situation. I stayed with me for a while and I was like, brush it off. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's not the end of the day, just move on. I was in a gathering, so I was like, okay, just play it cool, it's okay, it's not a big deal, just move on. I'm not gonna let it ruin my day. So I just try to brush it off and I just moved on. But especially when you're home alone, or especially when you're home or in your space where you're just like, you have all the time in the world, or maybe you don't have all the time in the world because you have other family members around, your kids around, or whatever, you're at a workplace, that's when you get really affected because you're being unfair on other things when you shouldn't. So just at that point of time, just when you are taking a break, especially me, when I'm home, I have all the time in the world. Even if I don't and I have my kids around, I have my family around, what I do is I just what I try to do now is I just take a break, I think about it. Is it too important for me to think about? Thinking about it is having me to be unfair on my kids when I shouldn't, because of course they're my responsibility too. And also I do think, is this something that I handle kar sakti hu? Is it something that I cannot handle? If I can handle, how can I handle it? Be it talking it out, be it taking steps towards it, be it it can be anything, right? If it cannot only be it cannot be limited to if someone has said something to you. It could be anything related to your work, या आपको कोई नया स्टेप लेना है जिंदगी में, या आपको कोई नई चीज करनी है, या आपको अपना कोई नया करियर शुरू करना है, या आपको अपना whatever that got me. Instead of riding on the roller coaster of thoughts, just hold on and relax and take a break and think, hey, what am I thinking? What can I do to solve that problem? Instead of thinking about the problem, कि ये हुआ था या ये है या क्या होगा, think about what can you do to solve the problem? What can you do to cope with that situation? Or, what can you do that can help you towards solving that problem? अगर क्या आपके बस में है, तो just start taking steps towards it slowly and gradually, and it's gonna happen. And if it's something that is not in your control, just let it go, let it be, because it is not in your control anyways. And if you cannot handle it, if you cannot solve it, that means you're just wasting your time and energy over something that is not even probably important at that point of time. Second is brain dumping that I do, and it's very effective, it's very beneficial. अगर आपको आदत नहीं है तो try and start doing it. अगर आपको नहीं भी लिखना तो फिर आप verbal brain dumping करें, लेकिन इफेक्टिव यही है कि अगर आप लिख सकते हैं और लिख के उसको प्रायोरिटाइज कर सकते हैं. इट्स विजुअल, इट्स राइट देयर, इट्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. आपको पता होता है कि ये प्रायोरिटी पे है, ये प्रायोरिटी पे नहीं है, इस चीज़ पे मेरी टाइम और एनर्जी वेस्ट हो रहा है, इस चीज़ पे आई कैन एक्चुअली फोकस राइट नाउ एंड पुट एवरीथिंग एल्स बिहाइंड. अगर आपको वैसे भी नहीं करना, आप डिजिटली भी कर सकते हैं. ऑफ कोर्स जस्ट ग्रैब योर फोन और योर टैबलेट एंड जस्ट स्टार्ट टाइपिंग एंड देन दैट्स इट. क्योंकि जब आप लिख चुके होते हैं तो that is more like, you know, you just took it out of your system. You're just literally taking your thoughts out of your system और आप अपने दिमाग का जो है ना वो pressure release कर रहे होते हैं. Talking of that, I would like to thank my mom, you know, who actually introduced me to writing. Anytime I grew up in a family of boys, so it wasn't really easy for me all the time, you know. Anytime I'm getting upset or anytime I am, you know, trying to play with them and they're not playing back with me or whatever the case may be, you know when you're growing up with siblings, it's just one thing or the other कि आपकी लड़ाई हो रही होती है, कभी आप अच्छा टाइम गुजार रहे होते हैं, but at that point of time I would just feel कि, you know, all my friends have sisters, I don't have any sister, and you know, who do I play with and who do I talk to and things like that. So one time I had a really bad fight with my brother, and my mom came and she was just talking to me. She was just yelling at both of us, and then she started talking to me, and I was like, what do? I don't have any sister to play with, you know. तो मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? मेरा तो कोई कसूर नहीं है ना. She's like, तो तुम अकेली थोड़ी हो जिसकी कोई बहन नहीं है. If you don't have a sister, that's fine. अपने books को अपना दोस्त बनाओ, writing को अपना दोस्त बनाओ. Just start writing diary. So reading never clicked me. I guess, you know, just that thing just got stuck in my head and I started writing. And unknowingly, you know, kahin na kahin aapke, kyunki I was so young, mujhe to yaad bhi nahi hai, in my subconscious mind, I was letting it go. I was feeding different things in my mind, but I was letting my anger and my anxiety and everything out on the piece of paper. And trust me, journaling is so important. If you're working with a coach or whatever, first thing first they will tell you is you need to start writing. You need to start journaling about different things, you know, be it your day, be it you know, write down things that you're grateful, or you know, things that you may want to do, or write down your life goals, stuff like that. Later on, I truly realized the importance of writing because I became really good at writing and I enjoy writing, you know. How does writing things out help you? So basically, when you write things out, it's not talking back to you, right? But you're just letting your thoughts out, you're just letting your feelings out, whatever that might be. And the other day I was reading a book and it said, you know, life teaches you a silent lesson. It doesn't talk back to you. And that lesson is biggest of all. It doesn't come back and say, hey, Zurays, this is life and I am telling you to do this. No. So when you write and it doesn't talk back to you and you just let it be, when you come back and read it, you're gonna take something out of that writing, trust me. So तीसरी चीज जो मैं करती हूँ, I just walk around my house, क्योंकि मेरे साथ दोनों छोटे बच्चे हैं, कभी मौसम कैसा होता है, कभी कुछ होता है. I cannot always take them outside, and at that time I do not even want them around me because I just want to be isolated. I want to be by myself at that time, and I just want to be, you know, involved in my thoughts to the point where I just want to give it like a few minutes. I just don't want to, you know, hurt myself or hurt anybody or get mad at my kids. So I just walk around. If they're upstairs, I go downstairs. If they're downstairs, I just go upstairs. And, you know, I just try and be myself. Sometimes that time is so necessary, especially, you know, when I'm praying or, you know, whatever. I just give it like a few minutes and I'm like, what is going on with me? Why is it that I'm feeling that way? Or, you know, मुझे क्या करना चाहिए? So I just isolate myself from everybody, even my kids. So I would ask you to isolate yourself from everybody and, you know, just be with your own self for that point of time, for that moment. Just give yourself few minutes and just talk to yourself at that time. तो you know, आप अपने आप को बिल्कुल तन्हा कर लें. No parents, no friends, no kids, no one, just you and yourself and your inner self, basically, whom you're talking to and explaining things at that time. चौथी चीज जो मैं करती हूँ, talk to yourself. I do talk to myself a lot. And you know, as a child, this is funny, but I may have not even shared this with anybody, but I would consider myself as two people. Like, you know, this is me and this is my sister. And you know, we're just talking to each other. That's why I really value the relationship of a sister, because maybe I have never had a sister, that's why I feel it that way. I really wish I had a sister, but now I don't complain anymore. I am glad I have two beautiful girls. I am always busy with them. We would just talk to each other, especially my older one. I talk to my older one a lot. And also I write for her as well. I have been writing even before she was born. So the other day she was asking me, you know, she saw some notebooks and she's like, can I have those notebooks? I'm like, no, you can have it later. Maybe when you're like 14, 15 years old, maybe you can have them. And she's like, why can I not have it? And I was like, because it is yours, but I'm not gonna give it to you just yet. So I write for her. I actually write for both of them, but I have been writing for my older one ever since I found out that I'm gonna have her. So yeah, you know, I'm a big writing junkie, I guess. So coming back to my fourth point, talk to yourself as a third person, is basically, well, I meditate too, and there's a really powerful meditation that has helped me all these years. I'm gonna put that meditation, जिसको हम मुराक़बा भी कहते हैं उर्दू में, I'm gonna put that in my members area. अगर आपको देखना है, if you're interested, just go and check it out over there in the members area, and hopefully I'm gonna try and upload it very soon. Coming back to talking as a third person again. Talk to yourself as a third person. Don't say things that you wanna hear, and be brutally honest. So let's say if you talk to a friend and that friend of yours is someone you know कि उनसे बात करके आप हमेशा you are left with a negative feeling, or you left with the thought that tells you कि कोई काम कर लो ऐसा जो you know that's gonna cause you harm. So that person is not the right person for you at that time. Even though you are dying to talk to them, even though you wanna be with them, even though you are just, you know, dying के जो है ना वो मेरी बात सुन. Sometimes ऐसा होता है कि जब लोग आपसे बात करते हैं unknowingly, कहीं ना कहीं वो they're just putting thoughts in your mind. वो थॉट्स जो आपने शायद सोची भी नहीं होंगी, वो कभी कभी बातों बातों में आपको बैड फील करा सकते हैं, सॉरी फील करा सकते हैं, एंड यू जस्ट एंड अप थिंकिंग, oh my god, I am a victim of this. हाँ, मैं इस चीज़ की victim हूँ, हाँ मैं इस चीज़ का victim हूँ. मतलब you know, I mean, maybe उनकी intention ये नहीं होगी, but unknowingly that happens, you know. कभी कभी आपके बहुत अच्छे दोस्त ये काम कर जाते हैं, कभी कभी आपके घर वाले ये काम कर जाते हैं. You're not thinking that way, but that thought is just seated inside your head. Try and talk to yourself in a way you're being vulnerable and you're being firm at the same time, and you're not leading your thoughts in a very different direction. So just to stick to the point and just be very honest with yourself. Okay, if this is happening, it may be because it's my fault. This is happening because maybe it's not my fault. You know, try and help yourself as much as you can. And if you think, okay, this is not helping me, talking to myself is not helping me, then seek help. Talk to a person who can actually help you, who can actually, you know, help you get rid of those feelings, help you get rid of those thoughts, and also at the same time they are lifting you up. Fifth is, whenever you go to bed, just after saying your prayers or whatever, just close your eyes and think that, you know, try and declutter all your thoughts and try and organize your mind. Let's say I'm thinking since morning, oh, so I have to cook, I have to clean the house, I have to make the video, I have to take care of my kids, I have to give them food, like I have to talk to a few people that I think that I haven't talked to previously, or I haven't talked to in a while, or I need to make a training videos, I need to work on my product, I need to work on my you know, editing. So there are like so many things, just tiny little things that's going on around my head. I try and prioritize thoughts, like which of them needs most attention, let go of all the random thoughts. So when you lay in bed, just think of all the activities that you have done in that day. Just think of what have you done in all day that you think was just a waste of time, what you think is just a waste of energy. You know, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I even let myself do it? Tell yourself you are not doing that again. Every day, you know, just make it a habit. When you start training your brain, it's gonna take a while, but trust me, it gets there. It took me a while to understand few things, to you know, let go of things that I finally understand is not important. I started treating people the way they treat me. If I'm not important to them, they're not important to me, because honestly, what you put out there is what you get back. Take a break from social media. I take a break from social media. मैं Facebook पे नहीं जाती, online नहीं जाती. I would go, या मैं post कर देती हूँ, या मेरी scheduled होती है post. Even if I'm not there, it just keeps on posting on its own. I wouldn't go and just go and see what's going on, because especially जब आप comparison mode में होते हैं, या especially जब आप hurt कर रहे होते हैं, जब आप social media पे जाते हैं, you look at all these people that posting pictures and posting their updates and stuff. They're posting because they want to share that. It doesn't mean the thing that they're showing is always true. Sometimes people fake it to make it. Sometimes people just want to share the piece of their life. Sometimes they're also hurting from inside, but they portray as the perfect people out there. I mean, since you don't know the whole picture, since you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, it may not always be true. So but that can cause a negative effect on you. So be careful when you're on social media. Don't just start dwelling in the thoughts के यार वो लोग अच्छा कर रहे हैं, वो लोग ऐसा कर रहे हैं, वो वैसा कर रहे हैं, and we're not able to do it. No, there is far more than just meets the eye. Trust me. हम बहुत सारी चीज़ें होती हैं जो हमें नज़र भी नहीं आती है, but just because it's on social media and they're posting just a tiny little bit of their day, or that may have been shot in one day, and they're just posting in different days. Who knows? It's just how social media is, right? And studies have shown too that it causes depression and anxiety. So आप अपने ऊपर क्यों zoom करना चाहते हैं कि अपने आप को जाके दूसरे लोगों से compare करें? Don't do that. It's not gonna help you. Read a book. Try and read a book. I have found a solution for my book reading problem. अब मुझे बुक रीड नहीं करनी पड़ती. अब I have an app called Audible. उसमें I just listen to my books, whatever books I want to read, self development की हो, mental freedom की हो, financial freedom की हो, किसी की भी हो. I just play it and it finishes it in 5-6 hours. Or sometimes if I double the speed, वो और जल्दी book का time को खत्म कर देती है. I'm gonna leave the link down below. Just make sure you go ahead and try it out. I'm also gonna give you some books name that you can maybe listen to. Trial period is 30 days. You're gonna love it, especially if you're not a reader. Just play it and just listen to it while you're working, cooking, cleaning, whatever. Just put your headset on, or just put it on your phone. If you can listen to, just listen to it, and trust me, it's really really helpful for me, because मैं books पढ़ नहीं सकती हूँ, लेकिन मुझे हमेशा से शौक रहा है book पढ़ने का. Honestly, I have tried few books. मैंने सिर्फ अपनी जिंदगी में शायद चंद 1-2 books ही finish की होंगी that really caught my attention, and I ended up finishing it off. लेकिन उसके अलावा I am really bad at reading. I keep losing track, but Audible has made it so much easier for me. Trust me, just click that link down below, download it, and try it for 30 days. So on that note, I think I have talked a lot with you guys, and I really enjoy when I see all those comments, when I read all those comments. It really makes my day, because I get to hear from you guys. I get to hear what I'm doing right or what am I doing wrong, and hit that bell button so anytime I upload a new video, you do get notified. I'm really appreciative of the people who are actually taking time to leave a comment in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell button, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.